Like the Anubis pick from Vitality. I think they should have picked Nuke. That's mainly it. Yeah.
All right. Well, those are some kind words from a very peaceful man. We look at FaZe versus Vitality. And what is an elimination game, everybody? So grab your popcorn and let's get on down to business. What's up, Chad?
Two big dogs right here. FaZe taking on Vitality in a survival game. Sure, elimination on the line, but later today, another best of 3 if they want to make their way into the playoffs and that runway to the major. The teams have set the stage. This may have ramifications if these two names meet in Paris. So keep that in the back of your mind.
Big dogs in Paris, for sure, and now sizing each other up just a little bit. As we get ourselves into the action, FaZe start on that CT side. Vitality with intention off of the rip. As you can see, all 4 navigating towards that A site. Apex in support with a flash. This is going to be quite quick. A lot of nades.
Nobody home, Alex. They're in.
Barrage in.
Don't worry about the nades. This is a free entry in towards the site here. Run on in. Nobody home. The retake 5-on-5 to begin.
How does this one go down? Look at this angle from Spinks. It's a hard clear for broky. How aware? Oh, gets it. Nice info off the jiggle, but Spinks just better. Block good. Traded by Rain elsewhere onto Heaven. Finds himself another, so still level. And a molly on ZywOo now finally. Locks Robs out. Another 7 seconds. Double spotted. Magus down. Carrigan there and traded by Spinks. Still intense on the refrags. Keeping it level. ZywOo, good headshot. Dancing around the cake position. Bomb is ticking. Running out of players and time. As Rops loses his. And ZywOo, he's in the server again. There's no doubt about it. The best in the server and the best in the world. 3 frags to start.
That's how you want this one to kick off if you're Vitality. ZywOo and Spinks with all 5 combined right there. There's 2 superstars of the Vitality camp kicking things off in style. And that initial exchange between Spinks and broky, that meant an awful lot for this round. Not only did it give Spinks a USP to find his second frag, it meant that the flank element was completely removed as part of FaZe's retake on this A bomb site. And as we all remember, the desk highlighted that 14-1 comeback or collapse, depending on how you want to frame it. I had the pleasure of casting that one with Harry and Hugo back over there in Pro League. But Jax was in the server there, so a bit of a different flavor this time around with Dupree.
Yeah, an important caveat for sure. An opportunity to see if they can shake that one off, and it is going to feel very different. With that Vitality T start and that Vitality T pistol, they're starting as they mean to go on.
Yeah, there's surely no way in the world that the scoreline it represents. Well, look, maybe it could be an overtime game, but it can't be 2-14.
Do you remember the last Anubis we watched from FaZe and they had all these aggressive CT moves? It felt like they watched that demo and gone, we cannot do that again.
Yeah, precisely, and that was against Furia.
Like that?
Exactly, so we'll have to be keeping tabs on Carrigan, going for those type of pushes.
Caught our observers off guard, probably because it's a hyper-aggressive move to be taken on a second round.
Look at all the smokes dotted across the map right here as well. So most of them being expended from both teams on this second round force from FaZe. And with this man advantage, they only have to deal with the AK of Spinks and the 3 MAC-10s. Oh, actually, Magisk has been able to find that AK-47, so a nice little upgrade there.
Nice to take down the Woo early. And building upon it.
That's a kill.
Tag set up for success. Carrigan finds himself the double.
This is already falling apart for Vitality here.
Yeah, Apex is making a call on the fly, but it does not look nice. That does. Spinks has taken down Twist. That deal will be cleared. Oh, what a shot into Magisk, but the round plays on. Looking to play it out. Across. Carrigan, more impact ahead of the leader. It could be all of them. Carrigan's MP9 for 4. And that's an immediate response from FaZe.
That's going to feel really good for Carrigan here. I was talking about the positive impact of ZywOo and Spinks on the pistol, but for the in-game leader to be finding impact like that, we saw some of his moves yesterday. They're a bit disjointed. They looked out of place. Well, that one looks perfectly placed. Great stuff from FaZe to respond here. And the question becomes for round number 3, do the Force by Wars continue? Bottom of the barrel loss bonus for Vitality means that they most likely should be buying in, but it's how do you want to configure this? They've actually opted to drop a Galil for ZywOo here, so all eyes on the big man. Is he going to be able to find and manifest an opening here? Will be a aggressive mid-maneuver from broky yet again, and the way that Anubis continues to grow, this is the biggest discussion. Where can the CTs find a bit of impact with aggression?
Fading now, surely going to concede, and yeah, you can see broky got that timer running in his head. And just going to be leaving all his util for support. Carrigan to set him up for info. Dupree flashed off, info. Nothing to report.
It's kind of a dreamy second round, well, sorry, third round for FaZe here, but second round likely that they're going to win. When you take a look at everybody having rifles, Twist gets a face full of lead right there. Dingdong down to 13 points of health, and ZywOo will take the space that he's just afforded himself. Glues up close behind that dark smoke, and ooh, Rain. He gets tagged as he throws that incendiary, but it still will plume and burn ZywOo back for now. Rotation to Carrigan. has addressed the issue over towards B, so 3 players currently reside. Now, Twist will start to siphon back. He is low on HP, but as we focus, Rain just has a little gap on this smoke. Whoop, had a gap on this smoke. See you later, Alligator. That's an opener.
Big one again from Magus. Carrigan not ready for that angle, and that's ZywOo's Galil. That's why you're dropping one. He's caught it, upgraded it. 2 rifles falling into enemy hands, and it gets worse for FaZe here. Looking to just crunch into B. I mean, all 3 of them are here.
Sure.
It would require Ops for some heroics, looking for a multi-kill. Him and broky partnering up side by side, massacring the competition. broky on for the ace, and it's one more needed. Spinks with just 4 HP dashes their dreams, and it felt like broky had done enough.
Yeah, broky asking for the HP here, down to 4. Spinks with a smile on the face. He's the one that gets away with a bit of highway robbery right there. And the Forced by Wars are looking to continue here. And this is exactly what Carrigan was preferencing. The players in the clutch in these crunch moments, because we are finding ourselves into the mid-rounds where the individuals are having to step up.
You highlighted it, Chad. FaZe had the dreamiest buy. It was Tech 9s and a Galil. And still falls apart for FaZe. So that will certainly rustle your jimmies, I think is the scientific term. Nade got Twist's name all over it. Oh, no, it doesn't.
That's missed twice now. It's been limp, and I'm not sure if it was ZywOo who's thrown it in both occasions, but it has just hit that step in 2 scenarios so far.
He's skipped the Pythagoras theorem. Let's get that strong doors angle. Usually good for 1 if not flashed. It's a potent 1, hard clear and flashed. And tagged. This is surely the end for Ops. Back turned and found. Good work from dupreeh. And good to see him out of the gates early. That's a double kill from him. Don't forget that game against MIBR. He was absent on Anubis. I think he had 1 frag in the first half.
Well, we'll make it a triple now. So yeah, that's a very good point as well. It can't just be the ZywOo and Spink show, as broky will finally put up some resistance here. And they are heading over towards A. There's plenty of time for them to call this off, but they want to take the fight. Magisk into the side, the molly over towards connector. Sure, broky has been spotted here, but Rain, I don't know about him towards the heavens. Isn't going to activate just yet. The bomb's being left, and Apex searching, not ready. Rain is, and that's another body on the deck. The trade from Magisk is there, and now broky left in a 1-on-3.
I know he's only had 2 headshots, but it kind of feels to me like Magisk has been DMing for the last 12 hours.
Yeah, well, we have seen some of the individuals on both of these teams looking a little bit rough around the edges, and that can't be the case. Especially when we're playing, like, this is big dogs in a survival game, right? And these are 2 heavy hitters going into the major. Oh, another shot from broky. Come on now.
Got any more of those? I'd like to request a 2-piece. Oh, yeah, you see, Magus, he's quick. The time to kill seems to have leaped forward. Or wait, no, it's gone lower. The time to kill has lowered.
Yeah. Again, we like golf. We like it low.
Low numbers.
How low can you go? And the Forced by Wars are over. So we had 4 movies. We got 4 movies out of this one. We didn't quite make it to the 5th. So that's unfortunate. Maybe we can do prequels. This will be the prequel. It's called A Full Eco.
Ah, yes.
Yeah.
Not the, the prequels admittedly aren't as entertaining.
No, and usually the backstory is not that deep.
Yeah, but you can really hack the system by releasing the 4th, 5th, and 6th first. Then you've kind of hacked the system.
Yeah.
You've got to make another 3. Spinks. Oh, don't like to see a jump on that spray. I'm sure Rain and Twist happy with it, but ZywOo elsewhere is just racking up these anti-eco frags. And it should be a walk in the park for the rest. Ideally, no casualties, but Rain gets 1 before Rops says he's had enough. Bit of team kill in there for
-1.
Good measure. You know, you don't get a -1 in CS2.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I didn't even look into it.
Yeah, I couldn't tell you how I got that information. I obviously don't kill my teammates. I'm a great team player.
I was shooting Rush when we were playing some CS2.
But yeah, no -1 anymore.
Just to let him know who the big daddy on campus is.
Yeah, you were asserting dominance.
Yeah. Sometimes you got to put
pissing on his chips.
You got to put that kid in his place.
I see.
He's got a big mouth.
Rushley, yeah, known for his chatter.
Yeah. Okay, well, into the
They love
gunnies.
this smoke. Apex will throw this off the rip. And you can see that they
this
do
is just a big
smoke exchange in mid, but yeah, you're right, Chad. Already prophesizing a very quick piece. And Vitality, they're just bullying Twist. What's he supposed to do on this? 1, it'd be great. dupreeh, oh, still delivers.
Look at the mollies.
And into that site already. Good find from Rain. Doesn't have to rush this. That bomb's not even planted. As I say that, Apex obliges. 3-on-3 emerges. And Apex, he's hunting. He wants to take first contact. He knows he's got ZywOo for the finish, and ZywOo's actually duking it out with broky. Does get stubborn, but traded. Good one back. Rain and Robs. Trying to close that gap. I don't see a kit.
Look where Apex is, though. This is so hard to win.
Yeah, it's a really hard angle to clear. They already passed him. And ooh, a bit of a sketchy one. Etcher sketch. But round is theirs. Yeah, you can do what you want. Kill him as much as you want. He knows what he's got to do. Magus just to make sure that that round was theirs. So some good contributions in the fragging department, but nothing particularly exciting for the boys of FaZe. This is a 5-round T haul, and Anubis, as we highlighted, well, you gave me that percentage, and I wish I could remember. 57 on average, was it?
Yeah, that was back from the RMRs. I had combined Group A and Group B together, the Euro side of things, and it's one of our most T-sided maps that we have in the pool. So, yeah, sure, we're going to expect that the T-side needs to be one out here, but the question is by how much. It can't just be 14-1 like last time these two teams met. You know what has been interesting as well? Overpass has been the most played map here at IEM Rio, and I haven't been able to, well, I have been able to, I just haven't spent the time right now contrasting how different Overpass in terms of the T-side win ratio is. Did they land that
I was
time?
interested.
No, it didn't again.
Okay, well, we've done some demo review for
Yeah,
it.
so they might need to put a little bit more of an upward angle on that grenade if they want to be landing it in.
That's not bad, is it? Sphinx actually takes 50% of Rain's health out of the round.
But yeah, back to Overpass, which is our second map. Here, it is 50, what are we looking at here? 55.8% of rounds won on the T side.
How peculiar.
Right, when we're normally looking at 11-4 or 12-3 halves. So it has just been a different beast here in Rio.
It's funny that things change like that. Constant evolution, swings and roundabouts.
Look at this stack that currently got set up over towards B here. One molly and they're somewhat screwed. Twist does have a smoke to extinguish, and he'd love to get a kill onto the board here. Right now, FaZe are more than on the ropes. They're getting ragdolled around the server, and it looked like it should have been a good start to them after that forced by win. But you can attribute that to Sphinx's Deagle.
Keep your eyes on Twists. If he does concede a death here.
This is a big rotation back. Have a look at the radar. Broky and Rops have both drifted all the way back into CT spawn.
Boost could profit. It's a real tough angle to clear. They're not going to be looking that way first. And here they come. Good flashes first. Vision restored. Rain ready to draw blood as soon as they come through main. Now dismounted as Rops catches Sphinx back. Good refract. One down and traded again. This is just back and forth. Tit for tat. It's quite the scrap. Oh, Magus had the chance, but no. And a dink through the smoke from Rain. He's got the read. That will be the first phase shutdown of the all-in on B.
Yeah, that was well handled there. I like that little Kinder surprise they had on the platform position, right? So one of them will pop on out, take the fight, and then Rain comes through, not expecting another player to be in that same position. He's able to profit. So Twist offering himself up for the betterment of the team. That's one of the qualities that the young Canadian has. And you can see that right here, the one-way kill through the smoke, and then Rain doing the exact same thing. So quite frustrating if you are the members of Vitality. But I was going to say not the end of the world, but the spy that you're about to see signifies just how close this game has been so far. They will get the guns back out, but it won't be plentiful. It'll be 2 Deagles, 1 for Apex, 1 for Dupree. Rifles for the other 3. And no real direct indication of where they want to... Well, no, I tell a lie. The bomb is starting to transit back over towards A right now. And if you take a look at what utility is available for Vitality, a couple smokes, a molly, and some flashes, once they get this A main control, it could be the perfect boot of util to make this A set piece sing. Defensive molly for now.
Smokes are in to receive his Rops. Broky going to play around the box, and it's a one and done from Rops. Broky, what you got for us? A double on the spray, finds the head of Sphinx in quick succession. Zywoo claws one back, but could go anywhere. With Karrigan's flank, could be round defining, but still time, and Apex does get away with his life and the bomb.
He can rotate back here. He'll actually be ahead of them. This is one of the key features of this map, the overlapping mid-bridge, and oh, he's faked it. He hasn't actually pushed, but speaking of push, guess who's coming? Apex can win this heads up right here, right now.
He needs the first headshot clean. Twist wasn't ready. Now the trade. Okay! Apex clutches up with style and a little cerebral element thrown in there for good measure.
Yeah, that full-on bait, right? He runs away, makes the sound cue. They push right into him, and nobody can take Apex down. So the in-game leader stepping up. And speaking of stepping up, everybody on Vitality contributing here. It's quite close in terms of the frag contributions. Felt like it was enough for broky on the site right there. He was doing an awful lot of damage, but FaZe win around and lose again. It's a familiar feeling here, and it will actually force a timeout for Vitality. I don't think they're loving exactly how close some of these rounds are, but they also need to have a conversation regarding their finances. It's not looking too perfect right now. There's probably going to be some Galils on Mac 10s here, where those AKs can't be bought. And FaZe, well, do they want to push all in? There's not really enough money for anything that resembles a full buy, but they know that Vitality's cash isn't great. With their loss bonus, likely can see a bit of a half investment here. But they're loving it. And the energy today is at an all-time high, right? This is a big game. I know it's an elimination game. I know it's a survival match, but this is two big teams in World Counter-Strike.
Absolutely. And the opportunity to get to see them, you know, battling it out is one we don't get every day.
In a do-or-die environment. Last time they played it was an upper bracket game.
Easy,
so
easy Spinks.
It didn't matter in the same fashion, right? Either team that lost got another opportunity to qualify for the Pro League playoffs. And also you bring in the caveat that Dupree was out with the birth of his child. Jax was standing in. There was less pressure applied to Vitality. Right. They kind of had a free swing at the Kings, who ended up winning Pro League, right? Yeah. So, you know, when you frame it, you put it all back together. And we also talk about how that spurred FaZe's CT side of Anubis to look a little bit more dynamic and aggressive. Maybe it was a favor, Vitality beating in that fashion. But flash forward, Karrigan again, this MP9. I think that's most of his kills so far have been with that little pocket rocket.
This should be broky's, but does pull the trigger a little prematurely.
I like that he doesn't even wait for the repick. You see broky start rotating immediately, understanding that there's no real impact that he can find here, at least from the A connector position. Now Karrigan on the jiggle with a smoke can just deny. Once he spots them out, oh, maybe operating with an A or a B split here. Well, B connected, there you go. So denied. Those smokes are up at the same time. They will fade almost simultaneously.
Feels like FaZe have got the perfect setup to respond to this. You got 2 Temple, 2 A. It's all about this first engagement. Does Karrigan jump the gun? They're a first contact fountain. ZywOo topples one. Unprepared for Rops. Can he build upon it? Damage onto ZywOo. Deagle from Rain, little shy of the mark. And Dupree mantles up to catch the broky rotation. It's all onto Twist, but he doesn't have the resources for this. He'd have to hit 3 screaming headshots to have a chance. And we'll watch as a 7th likely.
That was an interesting ragdoll, wasn't it?
Yeah, kind of just collapsed. Like the bones in his body evaporated.
Oh, if anyone's going to win this, Twist in with a shot here. The clear towards the heavens, and the shot won't land. No. Plenty of bullets for this, but time the issue.
Yeah, not enough seconds, but plenty of bullets. Guess a kill would be nice. One more on the way out the door. There's Dupree, who does hunt him down. So well recovered for the Team Vitality side as they continue to run away with this T-Hall.
I would be interested to know, maybe this is a question that we could ask after the series has come to a conclusion to either of the teams. What do they consider the par for the course on a CT side of Anubis, right? How many rounds do they feel that they need to get to be safe? Because we know that the T side is where most teams are going to do their best work. So is it 3, 4, 5? What are we talking about here? I know they're all just numbers, but that's what everything is, just numbers.
At the end of the day, I'm not a number, I'm a free man. That's an Iron Maiden reference I probably shouldn't have made. But we're cool, and we're here, and so ZywOo, because he's had an A, and it's only Rops at the moment on the jiggle, so ZywOo should have him. Yeah, an overstep of the mark from Rops, and that's round defining. Look how much space ZywOo's going to take. He's already across the line of sight. Karrigan's going to get too much, and a face full of lead, and from behind, Dupree makes 1 dead. Could be 2, and that is a round of Counter-Strike FaZe are going to want to forget.
Yeah, over as quick as it started right there. Right, another opening going in the favor here of Vitality. They've got the lion's share so far. Only 3 opening kills that FaZe have been able to find throughout this first half of play, and already the hunt is on. You can see Apex making sure that they cannot reside over towards T-spawn. Rain might just be blindsided walking into this, back turned, and there's that booty spotted.
Twerking his way towards spawn.
And now Twist, well, he might find the exact same grave. At least now he has the heads up that the push is coming, but Apex is looking hot today. Another kill for the in-game leader.
I'm also noticing that, like, I'm seeing almost more of a equivalence across the board of Vitality in terms of, like, the energy. Everyone is having the kind of the demeanor of Apex typically. You know, he seems to have kind of maybe taken 2 levels off, and everyone else has turned up by 2.
Yeah, well, you got to have that heat. You're going to be taking on a foe like FaZe. Now, I think the dialogue with FaZe at the moment is that the team, and I'm not even going to say this is coming from the team. I don't think they would make this excuse for themselves, but the way that I frame it, looking at it, is their goals have been different to everybody else's in World Counter-Strike due to the Intel Grand Slam. Right, there was so much focus and maybe even pressure applied for them to convert that because, hey, the Grand Slam is $1 million bloody dollars.
Like a ticking time bomb.
Right, and if they didn't achieve it, maybe that could have meant the demise of this team, right? If they were unable to convert that with all the opportunities they had, considering how long it was between tournament wins, right? You look at Cologne, and then it wasn't up until Pro League Season 17, which was, what, a month ago, where they were actually able to get it done. It took them an awfully long time.
Yeah.
So now that that pressure has been alleviated, the new goal, the new focus that we're looking at here is the major, but they're still in the post-IGS, I don't want to say depression, as Carrigan again with the MP9. Why is this guy buying rifles? Just keep with the SMGs. He's getting the best work done.
He did the same. I swear he got like a 4K with the MP9 yesterday as well. Just try and extend play against Furia. His weapon of choice, ZywOo's still 2, and you can see that he is just worth his weight in gold for the Vitality squad. Doesn't need to be more. Spinks' shots did catch Rain. He's down even lower now to 39.
Yeah, so I want to kind of put a pin in this FaZe conversation. So I think that at this point they have exhausted their playbook. So right now they're using what they have, and they're hoping that their individuals can win them the rounds, and that's why we're talking like clutch-heavy Counter-Strike or individual-heavy CS in that regard. They still know how to approach the game. They still have all their strategies. It's just about having something new. Oh, and that's not new for broky. We've seen plenty of Deagle headshots, but that from Twist is another kill would be perfect. Spinks is low, 56 points of health, a 1-on-3.
Oh, it's falling apart. Yeah, can there be any recovery?
Was he spotted on the jump there?
Not so sure. They're looking his way, understandably so, but 2 of them. This is too much to handle. Twist low on the site. He's only got 6 bullets, and now even less. 4. Okay, maybe on the Glock he can find another. 25 and counting. Rain from behind. He's ready for it. Okay, Spinks, come on, my son. One more. And both low. 1 bullet. The angle from Twist. Too good. And you can see the celebrations. They needed that one.
broky really liked that one.
Yeah, he did.
And when you see broky looking with that level of intent right there, you can see they want to biff and brawl.
Biff and brawl.
Briff. They want to, well, pull up their trousers right now, because that is a chance. Again, you think of 2 of the rounds that FaZe have won so far in this first half, they've been on lower buys, right? That was the second round of the game, and now what was round number 11?
Yeah, 3 from Twist on that one. It sounds like action on the B stream.
Do you hear that?
That's a perfect segue for us. There is 2 streams going on at the moment. Fnatic taking on OG, worth checking out for sure, as we really don't know which one, where we place those kind of teams. They're in that middling pack.
Well, all 4 of these names are in the lower bracket of Group B, and all 4 of them are at the major, and only 1 of them can make it to the playoffs of IEM Rio. So it is a very cutthroat lower bracket, especially with the likes of Cloud9 and Big, teams who failed to get to that coveted Paris major, here who have already locked themselves in for the playoffs. So it's a bit topsy-turvy right now, as Rops and Carrigan with the scopes will open up. ZywOo with the trade.
I mean, that is a very important frag from ZywOo. Had he not provided that, this would have been a 3 versus 5 with a lot of space for the CTs to stretch their legs. Instead, there's still uncertainty brewing. Spinks has got all of that mid that he desires. And ZywOo's just eye on the scope with, you can see, just an idea that they've conceded a lot of that B space. Rain could have been in T-spawn by now. He's just containing.
Yeah, I think if they had lost that last round where they only had the Deagles, this next CT round may have had to be in like tempo setting in terms of those aggressive plays that we were talking about, but now it feels like they're in the driver's seat. Apex will flush one out in sight with the molly. Good transition there onto Carrigan.
Has to be the Woo next. He's trying to set him up with the flashes, and across goes Apex. ZywOo does connect, and now broky for the response. Good read, good shot. And broky faffing around with weapons. Maybe Apex can close this gap. He's ready, though, and what a headshot on the crouch. Little fortunate, perhaps. Perhaps the fortunes favors the brave as Apex. He's got 15 seconds. Does he go for the fight? Does he go for the plant? Good understanding.
Good smoke.
Just in time. Rain has to respect it, not reveal it. No, he's got an idea. Spots him out. Can't post the headshot. Rain catches him in transition. And it's another round for FaZe. You were talking about that number. I feel like 4 is already there. Give him 5. But I mean, Carrigan reframing that 14-1 was the most deceptive score.
Yes, right.
I like that.
Well, you got Zonic on the other side of the server here, so the 2 of them can have a bit of a conversation about that. But Rain will save this AWP, and it is necessary to get that in the hands of broky here, or they could rock the double AWP setup, one for Robs and broky, which is how this round opened up. You saw that right there in the replay. You're right. I think 4 could be like the bare minimum, right? Like that's the okay. We can work with that.
We can win a pistol and have a game.
But there is a real opportunity for more here, especially considering Vitality's purchase coming into the next round of play. And laid out spawn, just dotting through with a couple of last pieces of utility. ZywOo with an AK. Some Deagles out for the rest.
Do we have a name for these kind of rounds, you know, like the Furia-esque ones, where you do perhaps overspend, but it's because it's in pursuit of changing the percentage from 5 to 25?
Yeah, and it's also to do with the finances of FaZe as well, right? So these are like limiting rounds. They're like damage rounds. That's what you're not necessarily needing to get the dub off of this round, but if you can get 2 kills and a plant, that's really good profit for what you've invested. So in terms of a term for it,
we'll come back.
We can workshop it.
Yeah. But it's something that's becoming more and more common, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, I would love to hear if, like, perfect with international teams like Vitality, FaZe, G2, if they had a name for it. So maybe if Hooksy's at home listening right now, is there a name that they use for these type of buys here? Or do they just say, hey, let's bring out an AK and look for some damage, right? I'm sure there's multiple ways that they look at rounds like this.
Yeah, I guess you're trying to cause economical damage.
Yeah, but you're bang on with the percentages, right? We know that these teams have some mega nerds helping them. Oh, okay, this is about to get a bit strange. They're in CT spawn.
Yes, indeed. ZywOo. I'm not sure whether or not Twist is going to be expecting something so quick. Damn, big beheading. And from behind, this is an interesting turn of events.
Look how much the round's
It's
changed.
topsy-turvy, Chad. It's really backwards. And a nice shot from broky, but he's trapped and executed as again. ZywOo hits another shot. He's going to get more. 16 and 8 as he continues to patrol, that bloodlust in his eyes. And info on Rops, that's even worse for the squad. You don't want to take the AWP down that canal at any point. A little jiggle from the T's, and he's losing teammates left and right. Only Rain, one. He needs another to incite Rops, and he's got it as well. Good headshot from the Norwegian.
Rops is coming, but he's still quite disconnected from this.
Give it a good go.
Oh, maybe now he should consider the save. It's an AWP on a retake without the kit. Yeah, that's the right decision. And sure, he was brought into this, lured in by Rain's impact, but the round was already done. That ZywOo AK, that's exactly what you're hoping for if you're Vitality. That's exactly the result that you need, and that is robbery.
So I have the goldfish brain. Did they walk through Temple Smoke? Like, how did they manufacture that gap?
They smoked off the A connector and then just
walked straight through.
Yeah, and it makes a lot of sense because the B bomb site, when Vitality have wanted to head there, they've managed to catch them off guard with maybe 2 players or players rotating in. So like they haven't played heavy mid at all, right? Yeah, and Twist just, like, that's the thing. They weren't ready for that play. That was the gap that they had left idle. And that's a really good find from Vitality to be able to exploit that. And that feels good for Apex to, if he's the man who made that mid-round. But again, look at this. We're just in this constant tussle. Saved offshore, and now we're going to look at some upgraded pistols around it. But there's been so many rounds like this in the game. So it's the exact type of Counter-Strike that Karrigan prophesized.
Looking for 6 off FaZe, but limited resources. Can they hit Vitality with a taste of their own medicine right back? You've just conceded 1, 2, whatever we're going to call those rounds. And ZywOo looks set for success on that. Yeah, broky on Acon, but maybe they'll overlook Rain. Karrigan going wide. Rain did get overlooked. Only the one, though, with that hand cannon. A second. Ooh, 2.5. Twist will convert the rest. They are doing it, Chad.
But this is the individual brilliance of both of these teams being put on display here today.
Right.
Does it matter what weapon they have? Apparently not. Right, you're seeing the pistols just as potent as the rifles. It's not set piece heavy, right? They're using conditioning utility early, sure. They're using their smokes and their mollies. That's great. But it's the individuals that are finding impact in rounds like this.
Twist the AWPer. This is the shot. They don't have a smoke. Actually, tell a lie. Magisk has one if they consider it. So they'll get across safely. A clear indicator as to where this final 2v2 is going to go down. Now, do you wait for Rops or do you have a look?
You have to wait for Rops here. Twist really can't activate. This smoke is at least going to give him a bit of buffer room. He's looking for any toes through these gaps. Can't rescope now. And Rops' rotation is still somewhat far away here. And then the conversation again, well, with where the loss bonus is at, you're looking at 2,900 into the next. Do we go for this or do we retain this AWP?
10-second defuse, you're going to have to hard clear B long. I mean, how quickly do you start piecing together the likelihood that they are all just sitting long or dark? It's already a bit dangerous. About 10 seconds left for them to do something, losing 1. That's Twist's Q, and he makes his exit.
Another one that starts with a real brawl and just unable to convert here for FaZe. So Vitality, double digits reach, 10 on the board already. Possibility for that 11-4 half. And so far, a real rock'em sock'em game of Counter-Strike.
It's so funny how consistently ZywOo just has an extra, like, 10 frags amongst everyone else.
Just play it, right? But the question that Yanko's having is, well, where does he go once we get into the playoff games, right? So I think if Vitality are able to win this series here today and then go on and take on the winner of, well, Fnatic and OG, the team that knocked them down to this peg. Oh, the ult from broky. Then it's going to be interesting to see, like, the ZywOo we get in playoffs, right?
Oh, not ready for that, Carrigan. How has he got two? The flash from Magus, brilliant. Oh wait, hang on, that's a team flash.
Well, yeah, brilliant against the boys, right?
I
So
was going to say, I was like, that's either some mad coordination or Carrigan's just 4D chessing them. Okay, well, an awkward team flash. That might get under their skin a little. Final round of this T side, and it's not over yet. Zywoo makes it so, onto Twists. Rops pushed up A. Kind of forces the hand of Spinks and Magisk not to head that way. Lots of information flowing. As actually, Rops did turn tail straight back into the site. Why not hold on to that advantage while you have it? And so while smoke flashes, they've got everything they need to piece together some isolated duels. And it's very interesting to me to see Rops completely vacate the A site. They figure broky's AWP is going to be sufficient to at least report and call for the rotate. broky probably intermittently going to be checking on that fountain cross. He's still concerned about middle, so there is a window of opportunity here for these remaining two. Still no looking from broky, you know. There is a universe where they'll be getting into that A site for free and establishing somewhat of a post plant. Does May just smoke a con? That would set them up for some nice deep post plant positions. broky with his mid clear now. May turn his attention towards A. He has, but okay, timing does not favor him here. Now the smoke is deployed. Now this 2v3 becomes an all too equal 2-on-2. Rops looking for info, does get a lot of it on the jump spots. Nothing fountain. And together, here they come. Robs and Rain, side by side. Partners in crime, tagged up by Spinks. They know where he is. And hunting now is the Israeli. Rain rails him. First shot out of the AK. It's all good in the FaZe hood. 5 is the magic number for them. And we swap sides. We'll be RB. If you've just joined us, where the hell have you been? We've had 15 rounds of Counter-Strike on Anubis to start off this best of 3 FaZe Clan versus Vitality. We got big dogs and we got big stakes. I'm not talking about a juicy Wagyu, I'm talking about elimination. I got Chatty B with me.
Yeah, both of these teams hoping for survival today. One of them will be eliminated already from IEM Rio 2023. The other will have to play another best of 3 at the end of the day. Now, right now, we're going to get things back underway with a pistol round. There hasn't been a boring round in that first half. One full eco, but everything, no matter what weapons have been brought on in, it has been a slobber knocker. As we turn our attention to FaZe on the T side, Carrigan, he's been responsible for finding a lot of openings on their CT equation, being that disruptive force. Let's see if he can continue that campaign here as 4 members of FaZe are ready to tackle this A site where ZywOo and Magisk reside.
ZywOo caught Rops out doing this kind of jiggle, but woof! Rain, he hit a banger to close, and he started with one as well. That is a straight-up railgun in the P250.
Oh, Util landing a little bit after that as well means Magisk can do nothing, so the site is swamped. Carrigan is on a massive flank. Check this out. Perfectly highlighted here by our obs team. Carrigan on the around-the-world maneuver. Bomb gets planted, 40 seconds thrust onto the clock. And if they take their time on this, Carrigan's going to shoot them all in the back.
This is the sexiest pistol I've seen in some time. Just, disrupted on the walk in. They're coming, they're creeping, they're crawling. Twist not ready. Too many bodies. Overwhelmed. This flank from Carrigan better show up soon. I need a multi-kill from you. Finn Anderson. Mr. Anderson needs to step up. And his teammates have. Another would be great. Spinks denied. A good chop from back into a Rain. And Spinks, one-on-one, favoring the dance of Rain, playing the pillar, just really rotting the clock. Spinks doesn't have the time. And after all of that, to be fair, Vitality really have had a competitive response to that. But a great call from FaZe.
Yeah, another really close round here. So we're going to exchange pistols. Both teams picking up that T-side pistol. On that first half, however, FaZe were able to win the force buy. So let's see if Vitality can follow in their footsteps. But some really big shots here. Here's that Rain. Yeah, that is massive. Check
it's sexy.
Slow-mo. It is beautiful. And I was about to build this story of pistol rounds. You don't... So we all know that players have their positions, right, that are preferred. But pistol rounds is the one time that can go out the window. And I'm not talking on the T side. I'm talking on the CT side. And having ZywOo, one of your strongest... Not one of. Your strongest reformer playing A, somewhere that gets a lot of traction, makes sense. But he didn't even get an opportunity to shoot because Rain was way too sharp. But... might get a chance to shoot right now. Spinks has been afforded a silenced M4. Take a look at this second round force buy from Vitality. There's a scout in the mix, some upgraded pistols, some smokes, and even a couple of HEs dotted across the map.
We saw Rain heading to the gym at about 11 PM last night, Chad. So, you know, he's
ready to do legs.
Yeah, I did 2 hours of squats. And now he is carrying FaZe. Good tag from ZywOo. Needs a headshot. Does a lot of damage, but nothing concrete.
Another opener for Carrigan here, right? The fact that he continues to find success in this department, now especially on the T side, is a really good sign. Because when it doesn't work, it looks like Nafany or are a little bit more desperate. And I say that about Furia. Well, Furia, they were looking like a whole different team. They were definitely not playing their standard Counter-Strike, right? It was good to see. They looked great. And I think what that even allowed was Drop to have more impact. And he didn't look out of place so much. So with some of the changes that Furia have made, and especially here now on home soil, who knows how deep they can go in this event. They will be playing Cloud9 later today for a spot in the semis or the quarters. We also have a matchup between Na'Vi and Big. One of those two teams locking in the semis or the quarters. And Heroic versus NIP. It'll be interesting to see if Yabi is feeling better today. I had to have Exist standing in late last night to get them across the line against the Mongols.
Shout out Mr. Landstrom.
Yeah.
You know, not a dead weight.
Yeah,
you know,
Big Dicky had no issues.
That's what they call him.
And here is that B-Stream update between OG and Fnatic. Now, this is the choice of OG. They're doing a great job. This is the perfect map for this team, right? You have really good fire. I actually think that this team is doing better with Nico than they were with Nexa.
They are, and it's not like it's not a flash in the pan. You know, it's not just a one-hit wonder. 7 is a number, and so is 10. 5 from the CTs is just to try and see what they can make work while keeping cash in the coffers.
Now, I did shoot a message to one Justin JKS Savage.
Oh, you friends with JKS?
Yeah, I know him on a first name basis. Whoa.
Kind
of taught him everything he knows about everything.
Sheesh.
Life and
everything? Did you give him his sex ed as well?
Yeah, well, look, someone had to do it. So, you know. But I just shot him a message. Justin, do you have a name for those AK kind of buy rounds to do damage? No reply yet. But I will keep everybody updated.
I'll hit up...
Another Carrigan opening.
Oh, you're right. He's just laying them down thick and fast. Jiggle, Spinks versus Rops, a fun duel, and Rops this time bests him. Looking to extend their lead. FaZe have come in with some vehement aggression on their T side. These rounds are getting locked in quick.
Alex, I just want to return. You know when I called Richard Big Dicky, you know that with Richard, the short version
gotcha.
is Dick. I just wanted to make sure.
Yeah, oh gotcha.
Okay. All right. Just
no stress. Yeah, no, yeah.
Yep.
I got a lot of friends like that.
Okay. All right. Just checking.
Let's not forget
Robert is Bob.
Yeah.
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 Okay.
I think Richard Lewis, he could be a dick as well.
Okay, I see. I see.
Dick Lewis?
There's a couple more or names.
Or Ricky?
That are,
Can you be Ricky?
But isn't your name like that? Alexander gets shortened to Sasha.
Yes, that's true too. That's like the Russian version.
Sure. There's a couple like that where you have the longer names and they get shortened to things that don't make sense with the original.
I've been everything. I've been Al. I've been Xander.
Big Al.
Big Al.
Big Al.
That's what my PE teacher called me. Probably scarred me for life. Thanks, mate. We have what else?
The first gun round. But we'll think about that because there are more.
A whole lot more.
Okay, look at this from Rain. He's having a banger of a game. Highlighted it once, highlighted it again already here over towards Dark. 3 players outside long. Carrigan, Twist, and broky ready and raring to go into Spinks and Dupree. And Dupree with the secondary orb. He's going to be pushed off the line.
Yeah, from behind, Spinks spanked. Rain in, 18 and counting. This FaZe T side, I'm telling you, it's got a little bit of extra flair to it. Nade a bit shy, good plant down. broky provides. Man advantage. Do you go for this one? Vitality, you've not got much yet, exactly. They had about $500 between them. Would rather save their pennies and their rifles.
Okay, well, this is, I don't want to say getting out of control, but getting back into level pegging, right? And at this point, it can be anybody's map here. We know that FaZe have a potent T side. Vitality have already had an opportunity to put theirs on display. And, well, right now, it's going to be 4 rounds on the trot here. The pistol round being the closest so far in the second half. Isn't it crazy to think ZywOo doesn't have a major?
That is crazy to think.
Apex has one. Magisk has one. Dupree has one. Everybody on FaZe has one. The only 2 who are missing out in the server right now is Spinks and ZywOo.
Oh. Well, we'll have to sort that out,
For
won't
Spinks,
we?
fair enough.
We'll have to fix that.
For this man on your screen, you're thinking, can he get one? Can he have one? I think you think the same for a player like Nico, right? Is another example of that.
Let's find out what happens here as the gap closes to just a single round separating these teams. I'll remind you, 10-5 half, with 3 of them happening towards the final 5 of their campaign. Now FaZe on this T side have yet to show really many signs of slowing and advancing towards this B position. Lining up his Twist. You've got 3. The bomb there. Rain to pincer in. Rops to hold and contain that A push. It's going to be 3 of them here to receive. Rain again. Can he find success? Oh, caught on the jump. Nice catch from Dupree. A double in defense. Another chance. Spinks found a nice from Twist to find another way in. That should be enough time to facilitate a plant. broky gets it down, gets it done. Apex and Magisk will then give it a look in this time. Oh, in the smoke on the FaZe. Not going to have any bullets for this. Well played by Rops. He'll punish.
And some heads-up counter-strike there from Rops, right? Playing ahead, right? Not sitting back, not worrying about the clutch, just denying any way in. I really like that little move from him. And this is suffocating over towards the B-bomb site here. You can see that smoke over towards the lane/CT position, the temple smoke as well. The mollies come in, the flash and go. So FaZe happy to be explosive on towards B. And even with 3 players from Vitality locking down the site, it was no way near enough.
I thought my phone was playing music, but it's some angle grinding.
Yeah, with that, we're building the stage. It's looking beautiful, isn't it?
Oh, it looks a whole lot better than it did day one. I'll tell you that much.
That's true, yeah. We got some bits and bobs on the screen right here. Actually, if you missed the start of the show, actually Stunner, alongside a Peacemaker and Blair, they brought you the pre-show from the stage as it was being put together. And that's where these teams want to find themselves. Here on Friday, we'll be kicking off the playoffs. And we only have 2 more positions available, and both of those positions will be for the quarterfinals. So, some heavy hitters vying for those. Oh, there we go. That's the Apex that we all know and love.
Yeah. But I mean, this group B lower bracket, yeah, I'm just reiterating something you've already said, but it is just so cutthroat when you look at the teams here.
It's nice to see, though, right? Because the fact that it is all elimination games means it's none of this, oh, you know, it was just for... It's like, no, like, you're either in or you're out.
Good nade. You can see that one's becoming more and more vogue, and it does punish setups like that.
Something Eternal Fire are really good at is those nade stacks. You see Zantara is dropping a whole lot there. I really like watching Magisk teams. It's always really nice to see their application of utility. But now, because of the conditioning that's happened over towards this B bomb site, Vitality are almost forced to play 3 players over here. There's a flash, there's a push. Dupree comes on through, spots out one, can't find any lethality, and Twist, he actually wants this frag, pushing forward into Spinks. Rain will find the trade, but Dupree, he's still off the leash right now.
Gets across. Use of the flash. Dupree does need to survive.
Oh, he can one way behind this.
He can. It looks like he will. Maintains information as well, so it works both ways. Very nice play. Carrigan, however, has burrowed into Dark. Now, that is quite an early presence and doesn't seem to be monitored at the moment. They're more concerned about this A and mid side. There's presence and steps there. This is a fight for broky.
That was the bomb. Would have been spotted on the radar right there. So broky's just going to dip on back. Dupree out of position. They can waltz in. If he takes Rain down in the rear, there you go. Round on. It's going to be a 3-on-4 situation. I think Vitality should go for this one, but this fight is everything. And Dupree not ready for Carrigan. Already ahead. Sketchy spray, but the kill nonetheless. 3-on-3.
ZywOo on the way in. They've got everything they need for this, bar the smoke, but they've got ZywOo. broky doesn't need to give him anything initially. It's going to be Magisk who has that first contact. It's a hard fight on that pillar, and Rops will win it out. I feel like...
That's it.
Yeah, that was just the difference in the rifles there. Magisk pulling the trigger first, significant damage, but Rops does find the headshot.
See, this is the difference as well between last time these two teams met. FaZe started on the T side, and then they went up 14-1, and then, well, they dropped the ball and went overtime. This time around, FaZe start on the CT side. They get themselves a decent bag of rounds, and now they're showing that still same great form in the T half. And this is, I think Peacemaker was the one highlighting this on the desk, that he didn't like the Anubis pick. Because there's some different factors, right? And we've already spoken about this, that loss spurred Carrigan and the boys to spend a lot of time working on their Anubis. And to pick into a game where you won in that fashion, unless this is what Vitality are trying to make their home turf, and then that's fine, right? That's fine. If they want this to be one of their home maps, something that they can pick against opponents and feel really strong on, that's all good. There's no dramas there. But you're seeing FaZe, they're just as good on this map so far as they take a 1-round lead, and we see Vitality take their second tactical timeout here to have a bit of a chit-chat with the legendary coach, Zonic. There's just so much history with all of the players in the server. I don't even mean against each other. Like this man right here, Roban, right? There is so much Counter-Strike history. It is crazy. The amount of years, if you added it together with all of these players, you get a 100-year-old man.
Yeah, and that's what you're talking about. You know, that's one of the reasons why this game will live forever, is because of these stories. Every single player that takes to the stage here at IEM Rio will have a story that's got complexities, whether it's a coach or whether or not it's a journey they've been having for many, many years. I mean, I love telling the Carrigan story. Never mind the Rops story. Every member of FaZe I could do a full documentary upon, and then you get to watch them duke it out for glory. I mean, that's the joy, and that's why we've got the best job in the world, Chad.
This is one of the cool things about international rosters as well, right? Especially when they get pieced together in this fashion. But can Vitality finally piece a CT-sided round together? So far, blanked. We've got 6 consecutive rounds here. Make it 7 if you include the last round of that first half in favor of FaZe. They are on quite the run here. This is a big fight.
There it is, an opening from to the fence.
And the fact he gets away, right? Rain was on his own. Are they going to try and run him down? Rops, again, happy to push through the smokes.
Lets him know he's done so as well.
And that is going to get the Feckles up. Ooh, damage done here. Rotation from Apex close. Dupree not too far away either. Here comes some pressure.
Go on, Magisk. Deletes Carrigan. Expecting more company, has yet to reload, so 8 bullets. Doesn't get him far. And Rops and Twist lay down the law into the site. What another round of twists. Russell feeling himself.
There are 2 players low here, though, so a chance if ZywOo and Spinks want to consider this retake. ZywOo is starting to dip back, however. Is it just to reroute, or is it to hold on to the AWP? Bit of Jame time right here, right now. He's not here in Rio, but in spirit. And you can see this is a great little camera right now. Maybe we can keep this up on Apex just to see the conversation. So you don't want to do too much talking in case there is a hunt and they need to hear the footsteps. But it is nice to see the in-game leader and how much he has to say in a moment like this.
Right, and it's those small windows of opportunity where you have to be very efficient,
exactly.
I imagine. You know, like this is actually an extension of what's going to be a nice 15-second lead time.
The problem is if you get too far ahead of yourself and you're already talking, oh, P-Stream update here. Looks like OG are about to get things done and dusted. A 2-on-3 situation. You guys know where to find all that action. Twitch.tv/ESL_CSGOB. And there it is. OG, they're feeling that one. A big win. And Dexter lets them know. So the international squad, well, everyone's international here. It's 4 international teams. Fnatic, OG, Vitality, and FaZe.
You're right. And
They're multiplying.
yeah, it used to be quite the conversation, you know. That used to be a very notable remark when we brought up an international team. Gone are the days where I'd be sitting there going, it's the Danes versus the French.
Yeah,
You know, that used to be how we rock, and now they're on the same team together. You got Zonic talking to Apex about how they're going to win, a big game.
I don't know what that means, but I think it's, hey boys, let's get our stuff together.
Yeah, I don't think it means let's continue to play passive.
No, not at all. Not at all. That's another timeout called here. And something has to change. You were Captain Obvious yesterday. I think I'll be Captain Obvious here today because this is great from FaZe. They are showing, I don't even want to say individual brilliance here at the moment on the T side because every choice they're making with sight hits, they're just trading really efficiently. I think right now they're being out-positioned Vitality.
Hang on, Rain. Quick down the drop after the chaos caused in mid. Spinks to receive, and the nice timing on that incendiary will allow him to smoke up safely. And so, that gap established, the smoke forced, everything going through the flow chart for FaZe. And so far, I will remind you, this is a 7-round run. FaZe have taken the pistol and sprinted towards 16.
I would love to see them go back for another one of these B explodes. It doesn't have to be as early in the round, but they were having a lot of success with it before, and it's a very passive stance from Vitality on B. If we can take a look at this, yeah, perfect. You can see Spinks playing Ivy, and you can see Dupree. He's even playing on that lane position. So they're giving up a lot of room here. This is essentially a retake setup.
See what Spinks can get done. Carrigan not looking. Nice find from Ivy. Spinks needs another and backs away on the smoke. Still adjusting to Rain. A nice multi-kill from Spinks, and he was kind of sold down the river, but finds great impact. Retake utility being lined up. They're in the smoke. They like this. They love this. Oh, he's ready for it this time. Dupree tracks one, but will he expect another? Taking his space immediately. No, he will not. Another. Twist has to build a second out of that. Timing good. Frag better from Magisk. All onto broky. A 1 versus 3 for the Latvian. What have you got? It's going to be tough. They've got incendiaries as well. He's not going to be able to get out of there easily, especially with a missed shot. One more chance and missing chances left and right. Finally, Vitality break their silence.
And thanks to Spinks in that retake position, right? The fact that he hangs around for 2, I thought he was going to dip back through that smoke immediately, but he got a lot of work done from that position. And Dupree catching Rops out. Just saw those little tippy toes through the cusp of the smoke. A difference maker right there. And a timeout called on the other side of the server, I think. FaZe losing around finally. Need to have a conversation. And broky, as soon as he missed the first shot, his percentage chance of winning that round went down completely because he only had 3 bullets left in the AWP. Becomes 2 after the first shot missed. After he misses the second, well, you all know how that one goes.
I do like the orb nerf. Adds a whole lot of intensity to the strongest weapon in the game. And a lot more punishment for some overzealous shots.
Yeah, you really got to make sure you're certain before you pull that trigger.
Pick them wisely. Those multi-kills not as frequent for those unable to find precision every time.
That isn't even the first opening kill that they've manifested so far in this second half for Vitality. They've had a couple, and on the stretch, it has just been better trading back from the side of FaZe here. It's more to do with the double up that Spinks found there, right? There wasn't an immediate drawback after that opening kill came in. So where is the change here? broky's AWP posted in mid, smoked off the boost. Well, the logical response up and over, and ZywOo ready for that one. 20 kills now.
All right.
This B push is going to be massive because Twist can't really respond to this if he steps out. He has the bomb. He has to be careful. And nades down the back pocket.
2B, he says. Puckered.
But that's so much map control here. They can park one of the two. They could push. They could do whatever they want right now. And ZywOo's repositioned. The AWP is, ooh, look good for the second.
Nade good. Doesn't get any damage done, but he's not a scared boy. He's coming in for Robs is clear. Molly. Robs burnt further, down to 13. And still he wants that headshot.
Everyone's looking very stubborn here, aren't they? They don't want to relent.
No, not at all. Fight through mid. Carrigan, this smoke from the CTs will deny him or maybe force him into Spinks. Jules all over the shop.
They can still reroute here. Oh, never mind. That was the one chance they had, I think, FaZe.
Yeah, might have slipped away there. Oh, and it gets worse for them. Magisk will finally finish after all of that hard-fought damage from ZywOo. Onto the Estonian. Robs is gone. And more frags from Vitality. A perfect...
But that will have Vitality sitting on 14 rounds. So FaZe, as far as that is a positive in terms of being able to buy and then buy again, they can stay dangerous, but they need to start finding some success here or Vitality could be looking to close this one down. 2 on the trot. That was something that FaZe were only able to do once within that first half of play on their CT side.
One way. Excuse me. Puberty.
It's a B. It's a B go. This is what worked for them early.
4 of them here. Dupree. Active. Here's the smoke. Coming for the punish. All of them with their nades out. Oh, Dupree. What a timing. It's traded out. We need a ZywOo moment. And too many bodies. The flames obscure his view. Doesn't pull the trigger. And it leaves us with a burning body and a bomb plant.
I feel like that was the right response there from Vitality, though, right? To take that fight, and it looked good. The opening kills coming their way, but the trade's back again. Do they want to give this one an attempt? It looks like it.
Why not? Apex, though, down and out early from broky. Magisk, options minimal, and his fingertips spotted as he does retreat to bring it through to the next round of play.
Do you just run that again if you're FaZe, though? It's worked for you, I think, every single time that you've had that B explode.
And every single time, and this one I feel like was the best opportunity for the disruption. Like it felt like Vitality did as you said, I'm just going to steal your opinion.
No, that's fine.
Okay, great.
We can share it.
Yeah,
that's all right. Multiple people can have that same thought. Maybe plenty of people at home did. Let us know. Use the hashtag IEM Rio.
Boom. Another round, another dollar. FaZe 13. And so they have shut that down before it spiraled out, but with all of the money saved, we are going to be seeing Vitality coming in hot again. Recap this one. So look, this is what we were talking about. It's this death, that double traded out. You can see Spinks getting nothing done was the difference maker on that.
Yeah, and that's the thing. In that position, you're going to line up, and you saw that come into play. Unless one player swings wide, which is almost certain death unless the flashes are perfect, it's always going to get a little bit funky.
It's fun to see this map continue to evolve.
2A main here.
Yeah, and ZywOo looks like he's going to get an opportunity. He's lost his teammate already. Rob's man behind the magic, now looking to avert from the flash, still maintaining this angle. He has a good idea that there's 2 here and can't cross back without broky. Gets across and gets away with murder.
ZywOo is really pushing the limits here of how aggressive in the step, but I think he understands, and well, speaking of aggression and understanding, Apex knows he needs to make a play, and this is a massive play right now. Spotted, broky's all misses, the bomb's loose.
Okay, got to be able to build a lot of quick reactions out of that information from both sides. Rain looking at investigating B, because if there's 2 mid, there's going to be light somewhere else. You don't have the bomb, but you have got B. Flash for info further, but Dupree has vision and information that Temple likely occupied. Now, it's interesting that they haven't chosen to kind of reinforce that bomb, but they know it's going to disrupt and waste time.
Yeah, but it's being offensive elsewhere, right? They're allowing the fact that they think they're going to hang around and hold this C4. Carrigan's waiting for Twist to join him before they scoop this up, and look at the re-aggress. It's been from a safer avenue. A Twist, oh, sorry, that was Rain. Definitely not Twist. Getting twisty right now.
Yeah, look at this, though. Carrigan going for the retrieval and Apex. Ooh, he has made a meal of that, but Spinks is the one that's eating good as a double comes through and right back to an even kill. We are sailing towards regulation, a full 30 in Apex. Yeah, I mean, it's ups and downs. You know, this dude is just like constantly in swings, ebbs and flows, highs and lows. But that was an impactful frag.
And we're seeing the swing right now in this second half. 3 out of the last 4 in favor of Vitality. So something has definitely shifted here in terms of their approach. And again, I think that is this lingering around in semi-aggressive positions looking to be jarring so FaZe can't execute. Right? If B-pops are working, well, how do we stop that? Well, we get ahead of it. We take the fight before they're able to get on in. Now, it didn't work previously, but the idea was good. And you can see they're doing that across the map with the A main aggression. ZywOo catching Rops off guard. They didn't realize that he had also crossed to that right-hand side. broky had absolutely no idea and couldn't hit the flick, and that was great shooting from Spinks up close and personal.
Oh, this is an intense game of Counter-Strike. You're seeing both of these teams push to the absolute limit. And I will remind you, this is Vitality's pick. They had a good haul in the first half. Can they close? broky likely still thinking about that miss. He had the shot, scoped up, just couldn't quite convert, leads to that. Was it the third? Yeah, third.
But this right now is breaking point in this game. Both teams with the loss bonus at 1900 into the next. And both teams, well, with a couple of issues for few of their players as far as buys go. So this round is going to be an awful lot, especially for FaZe. They have a little bit less. A plant feels essential as the flash back. ZywOo will not wince. Standing tall, keeps the info. And now if this is going to be an A split, there's 3 players here. This is looking good for Vitality.
Go on then. Smoke, retreat, safety. 4 of them splurge into the site. Rob should have this contained, and timing favors him. They slow it down.
Oh!
Trying to maintain the advantage.
Look at the boost.
Smoke. They did not expect that one. It's rare to catch out the Woo.
Look at Carrigan, mate. 22 kills, leading the charge right now.
Feeling
leading
himself.
the server right now.
Feeling himself. Feeling my. That is lovely from Carrigan. I'd like to really reinforce that Carrigan clearly is trying to get into the form of his life and wants to take that trophy.
He's going to lose his life right here, I think, but that's not going to be the end of the world. Dupree will catch the head and we'll finish him off. An AK to be retrieved here, and they're trying to retrieve the position of Spinks. There is a hunt right now. FaZe understand that if they can take these away, and maybe you don't want to give up too many casualties, there will be drops available. Dupree and Spinks is Rain. Oh, he's coming charging, he's coming looking. He really wants to take this fight. The bomb about to detonate here. There might not be enough time for this, and if he gets caught with his nades in his hands, that trajectory perfect, it will take him down. So with the flames, they're happy with that. Bit of a blood sacrifice there. Now, if I'm just taking a look, Dupree can drop a AWP or an M4. There's enough. There's enough for a Vitality buy. So we're going to keep going back and forth here. Just a stand and bang between both of these teams. Love this boost.
Yeah, Zywu didn't.
Thinking on his teammate's head, I think that one's called.
Carrigan feeling himself with that double. Gets himself up to 22 as you highlighted, but 14, the more notable number. Dupree, same position, different result. That nade looks like it's going to chip away at both of them, but they're going to flash through this. And broky's not going to have anything to say or do about it. They're through. Has to acknowledge it. You can see he does want help. He wants assistance. It's not the Orp's responsibility at this point with all that util. Making it all too clear that they've taken that part of the map, and actually they're going to take it right back.
Yeah, look at this, right? This B main position is going to become huge in this type of an info foray, right? And again, you can see just how much util being dumped from both teams to get that control back, because it's such a key piece in terms of being able to flank behind, rotate around. And a flash again. So they're going to pop into 4 players here, Alex.
This is going to be a bloodbath. Prepare yourself for battle, Dupree. Oh, what a flash, the spray. It's glorious for a third as well. USP to finish, and he sets himself up. broky does respond. Spinks there to keep the advantage. It's all flowing in Vitality's direction here in round 28.
But how do you win this one if you're Rops? It's a 1-on-3. There's still 45 seconds left on the clock as you make your way around the world. Where has he gotten off to? That's the question right now if you're Vitality. And Rops with so much to do. I don't think you can risk walking the whole way here, but being diligent as usual. Rops, very conscious of the clears here. The biggest issue is Zywo's position, right? This is a really hard position to clear.
Still clears it successfully, but there's more to be done, and yeah, Spinks not going to let that one slip away any further than it did. Oh, we've got another diamond diagonal mousepad gang.
I wonder what the inspiration is for that.
Yeah, I mean, it's just me and Dupree right now, but let me know if
gives him more range from left to right.
That's it. It feels like my side swipes are more, and I get to still have my forearm on a corner of mousepad.
So cushioned.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that cushioned, gone now. 14-14, all tied up. And at the business end of this first map of play, Overpass. That's the pick of FaZe. That's where we're going next. Mirage. We're keeping it pretty orange here today.
Anubis, Overpass, and Mirage. Okay.
But what a flash this was. You can just see nobody playing anti-flash at all, not expecting a second wave. They pushed through, they cleared it out. FaZe took that control back, and then again, that must feel great. And for Magisk with that flash,
yeah,
perfect. He actually went back to spawn and scooped those up to be able to go for that one again.
Like, use that round.
Restocked.
Use that round as like a perfect example of the pendulum of like CT re-aggression.
Well, look at the pendulum. It's swinging against FaZe here. We've been talking about the finances throughout, just how it's been whittled down. Vitality's done a great job of this. And just a couple of Tech 9s and AKs, but Vitality were winning rounds like this in the first half.
Carrigan licking his lips on that gap. No one to give him a fight, though, in his Spinks and Dupree duo. As Carrigan walks in, waltzes in, spotted nice angle from Dupree. He will profit. Now the smoke will obscure his view, but not from Spinks. Rain leaps through, Tech 9 falls, and it seems great for a 15th until Twist reveals an AK in play. broky the same.
Robson needs to get his hands on a rifle here.
Good love one. Losing a lot of health, broky might... Oh, yeah, catch a nade. Good one from Apex. Look at this forward position from Twist. He's bringing the fight to the Woo, but Woo gets you. And it's another headshot on the AWP. That'll do nicely, as they're the first to find it. 15.
Oh, and the coach letting Spinks know his impact right there was felt. It's been a great job between him and, of course, Dupree. I think Dupree, right, you mentioned him at the start of this game, getting off to a decent start. Well, he's been great. 24 kills. That's a bit more vintage, a bit more what we used to expect from this Danish legend right here. contributing as part of the star trio right now. He can be in that conversation for this map. He's not traditionally the man you turn to. It's Spink, ZywOo, Magisk, but as the conversation we had yesterday, as that nade tracks down broky, it has to be 4 players firing on all cylinders. If you want to be a top-tier contender in Counter-Strike in 2023, it can't just be a couple of players. It needs to be the lion's share.
You see ZywOo's reaction time there as well. 1 more second, half a second, and Rops will have that crosshair on your dome. You know the man works quickly.
Oh, overtime or bust here.
All right. It's not pretty for the complexion of this FaZe buy. Everything they can muster for this, and you can see that they are just working it out how this one's going to go down. You've got 2 Molotovs. Got that smoke on Karrigan, smoke on Rops. They might go for those pistol util.
Well, they're getting the A main control here. You can see Rops' smoke is going to obscure the vision from Fountain players. Now, if they explode through this, they can overrun Magisk, who's currently solo on the site, but he has a quick rotation from ZywOo and Apex available.
He's coming.
Stalls them out for 7 seconds. They will have to respect this here, FaZe. That nade looking good for a little bit of chip damage. Nothing too notable, but here they come.
Magisk would love to find
He can fight.
frags. He's given himself the opportunity to frag, but the flashes are great. The frag better from Apex. In. Looking for a response. Rops nose to the screen. Can smell the pixels. As Twist has delivered another.
Look at all the
overtime.
util for the retake.
Up for debate right here, right now. A 4-on-4. Twist has this mid-rotate. He's made his presence known. Will delay. Keep them defensive. Spots another. Nice damage. What was that? Rain. And that Deagle in support as well. Opts for the Tech 9. Too many bodies. dupreeh back into the site, but he's lost his teammate. Magisk down. Rops looking for 2 and gets away with it. Can dupreeh do anything? Nade looks great. Molly better. They'll swing for it. We're off to overtime. Just like that. FaZe deny Vitality close in regulation. All smiles now for the international roster.
This is the exact type of game of Counter-Strike that we thought we were going to get today when we woke up. Just back and forth CS, right? With the individuals being able to determine rounds with just a couple of kills. I love that approach right there. It's not as telegraphed. You're not getting all the nades through the windows. You're getting the explosion through the main position. And there was chances that Karrigan could have been taken down just on that initial peak. Now, we are getting a bit of a technical timeout here.
I think Rain was just a little excited, and that leg day, I think he's just crushed the desk.
Yeah, got a couple of wobbles, speed wobbles, because this one's got all the action here. You can see Karrigan getting pegged by a flash. Twists on that flank, actually with a lot of impact, because they have to worry about that. But he rerouted, and it wasn't even him. It was Rops to finish things off onto dupreeh right there. It's a really fun game of Counter-Strike to kick off the day. And this is... Oh, okay. Well, we might need to get some chocks, you know, put them under the legs.
Yeah, no, I'm just giggling because it was working perfectly fine for 30 rounds. I don't know what he's managed to do there, but here's the B-Stream update for you. You can find that there at the URL, esl.gg/twitchb.
Oh, that's easier.
I like that.
Don't have to say twitch.tv.
And it kind of rhymes. ESLGG/twitchb.
Yeah, okay. So is it esl.gg/twitcha?
I would assume.
I'm going to look.
Go on, Chad.
And then is there YouTube A and YouTube
look,
B?
You can learn that nice little smoke lineup that goes under the boards.
Twitch/Twitch. Oh, where's my /
So OG Fnatic, by the way, is the other lower bracket game going on from Group B. OG sent there by Cloud9, Fnatic condemned by what was Furia, and surviving up against 9Z. So that leaves us here. OG and Fnatic battling out to meet the winner of this one. So it all gets very cutthroat. 2 games for the winner of these respective games.
Okay, yeah, that works.
It works.
But I want to check about A right now.
Yeah, go on.
Let me see.
Twitch. What is it? Just Twitch A?
I don't know. We're about to find out.
Yep.
Okay, all right.
Cool.
Now, let's try the YouTube one. Let's see. Because if this works, mate, our life has just got so much
What, you
easier.
reckon just YouTube would work? Come on, try it.
No.
Oh.
Maybe we need that, though.
Room for improvement.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
that's
look,
pretty cool.
you know, if anyone is listening,
Yeah.
I don't know if anyone is.
5 out of 7.
Anyone in the world,
Pretty good.
let us know what you got.
And if anyone can explain how Rain's desk is completely disintegrated.
Maybe it was wobbly the whole time.
Yeah, maybe just put up with it.
Well, I don't know about that. There's nothing worse than being at a restaurant and you're eating at a table and the table is wobbly. And every time like you're using the fork and knife and you swing it up your way and there's a full coffee cup and there's coffee everywhere.
And I admit it's not good table manners, but I do like a little bit of an elbow just to kind of hinge at sometimes.
I see what you're saying.
And as soon as that happens and you're disrupting the whole shenanigan.
You may as well put it on your lap.
Yeah, at that point. Quake style, they call that.
All right, good news. We've solved the desk situation.
Phew, I was getting worried.
And we're about to get this one back underway here. Freeze time starting to tick on down. $12,500 in overtime, MR3. Magic number we're looking for here in OT number 1 is 19. If we go 18-18, we do it all again.
Everyone equipped
with everything.
Everything they could desire.
Now, some of the success that FaZe have found have been that B explode, but it feels like Vitality have found a solution with these constant jarring presence. Oh, hold on. This is a change. This is a change.
Yeah, very much so. All over the shop. So broky going looking early on B. Now, typically, a lot of CTs like to go for that jump for info, maybe something that broky could punish, but it doesn't seem like Spinks or Dupree are going to be giving him anything of the sort.
There's just been a lot of variance in the way that both of these teams have been approaching their setups, which has been great, right? You've seen a lot of A-May aggression from both sides, CT and T, B pops, mid plays. I would say mid from Vitality was well exploited in a couple of their T-sided rounds. You see trying to burn them out from that dark position. It will usher Rain in. Limp smoke out to the right side of Spinks' POV for the pillar. Will draw Apex over. broky just looking for a fight here. You can see this angle that's being held from Dupree. His job is just when they leak through B main to catch them making their way to jail. Right? He isn't to stop them coming through main. It's just to get that leak. Oh, it's Zywoo. He's over the tap.
Here we go. Frags are central. And already all good for Vitality. That is a crossfire that they can come back to.
Yeah, and that's a setup that, you know, I think is a very, very powerful setup. It's something that you don't see all that often. I guess if you get executed on, it's very problematic. But if they just try and explode like that, you're out of the way of those flashes.
Yeah, I think for the people watching at home, that's a setup you can get you and your mates doing, just because for your opponent, they get all of that space. You know, once you've turned the corner and you're not instantly dead to the close left and right, you start maybe getting a bit overzealous, and suddenly, just like we saw, 4 frags in a matter of seconds, a 3-man setup and a 3-man hold. That might deter FaZe from trying again.
Yeah, and especially with Silence Down forwards. Ooh, that's the big fight. Big damage. So
easy.
No dark smoke coming out from FaZe here is facilitating Spinks for early fights. And Zywoo starting to posture on bridge here with the AWP could also be a bit of a problem. So right now, FaZe not applying enough pressure to 2 key opening components. That is where the CTs can really look for picks, mid and dark, right? And at the moment, FaZe aren't really stifling that as Carrigan looks to jump through his smoke.
Safe. Oops.
Yeah. Oh, I guess the round's just changed, hasn't it?
He's changed his mind. Involuntarily. Oh, lovely crosshair placement, and Twist does profit, but it's not an advantage they hold on to for long. Spinks' control of this spray is deadly as he's ascended to 30 frags here in our second round of overtime.
Yeah, looking vicious now, isn't he?
Yeah, he's a threat.
Look at the full rotation from Vitality back. They are calling that this will be an A play. It feels like they know they've done enough. So rotating multiple bodies back and now questioning things late. Spinks has been told to head on back towards B. Fountain volley lands, Magis picks. It's just Zywoo here.
Yeah, horrible fate for Magisk. That A anchor does nothing, and Zywoo lets one go. Won't get many more opportunities, I say, as Twist is next victim. 2 from Zywoo, broky the same. And it is Spinks, the all too deadly Israeli, coming through. On the fade, Rops will consider it. It's a hard angle. Oh, the bottom. Sticking out. Too many squats from Rain. And on 1v1, Rob should have this. Oh! Spinks! He's so hard to put down. A triple kill for Vitality to stay undefeated on the CT side.
Oh dear, that is a massive 1-on-2 situation. That's a round that you think FaZe should be converting, but you can see they had absolutely no idea where Spinks was coming from. That element of surprise was huge. It was a freebie onto Rain, sure, sticking out a little bit too far on that pillar, but the shot onto Rops was brilliant.
That's his first. You see, the fact that Zywoo gets 2 after missing the first is great.
Yep.
And then all Spinks had to do, I mean, this fight onto Rops, it felt like there was a bit of hang time on that one. No, it doesn't. Actually, looking at it again, damn, that moved quickly. I think Spinks just snapped. And so, yeah, FaZe, they've got nothing to show for this T side. They would like 1.
And that's where both of these teams have done their better work, right?
Got my captain's hat on for my statement there.
Well, they probably would have liked to get at least 2 in the flash forward with the fight from Spinks. He wants more. Spamming down for the double up before broky can get the trade.
Holding on to that spray. That was like 20 bullets as he finds the second head. A spicy meatball from the Spinks spray.
FaZe, right now, are they going to lose to Vitality on Anubis in overtime again?
Oh man, yeah, it's feeling all too familiar for him, I'm sure. Carrigan's put everything into this. You know, taking a look, it's him, Rain, Rops within 1 frag of each other. Walking on towards this dark fight. Can Dupree continue to deliver? He's on to his own 30 here, 27. Counting, puts his head in the vice, and broky slams it shut for a second.
It's a pretty retake setup here right now on this B-bomb side now that they have lost that individual over towards Dark. They're in Apex looking for a frag. This is dicey right now. If he gets one, sure, great for the round. If he loses, if he gets nothing, if he dies without any impact here, they are in trouble.
Yeah, a lot of jeopardy for these two. Nagisk and ZywOo. A smoke to stare at. broky gets himself an M4 for the final finish. Don't see a universe where ZywOo can get a more than one hit. Of course, a time-sensitive mission as well. No reason not to go for it. Final round of the half. And one from FaZe on their T side seeming imminent. Well, maybe not with May just gone to Robs. He'd need a lot more. And broky, yeah, 4. Got 5 for us, it seems he does. As already the switch, it's broky, an ace to secure it. FaZe will take a round as we swap sides.
Man, a little words, but man, a big impact here. Sure, up to 23 kills now, and he is, you know, trailing a little bit, but it is a few players on FaZe who could step up right now. Twist is another one in that column, 15 kills for him. If he can find impact late, he is traditionally the magic maker for FaZe when the chips are down. And this game's not done just yet. What a great shot from broky there, clotheslining that at Dupree. A massive round for him. And a necessary ace to get them their only T-side round. And Dupree, yeah, you can see the frustrations for him. Doing his best Apex impression right there.
You just have to hold it in. Your body expressing it, but you gotta keep it in pursuit of this common goal shared by all 10 in the server. Flashed off, broky known, still supported and headshotted by Spinks. He's on a mission. Look at this man go. It looks too easy for him as Spinks massacres the entire defense on the way in. 37. Oh, make it 38. Anything you can do, broky, Spinks can do better. As it's ZywOo to steal the ace, but the man is a beast.
What a marauder. An absolute monster mode being activated right here for Spinks. He is done with Anubis. Maybe his home turf right here. Looking to get them onto map number 2, quick as you like.
Oh, I mean, it does, you know, from his perspective, just the consistency by which he gets his crosshair in the right place at the right time. So quick to this one, love that spray, and then that is the end of the round.
You know what's so crazy? In the previous round, the last round of that first half of OT, he gets that massive spray control. They lose the 3-on-5 situation that he profited. This time he's like, actually, you know what, boys? I'll just kill them all.
Oh, that's brutal. That is so brutal. You know, FaZe, you're getting yourself psyched up, you're ready for the half, and now already staring down the barrel of 18.
Look at the gap in the smoke right here. ZywOo.
There you go.
Oh, the redeploy. Won't be able to see anything for now, but they are looking heavy towards B as well. Twist, Rain in combination here, the only 2 dotted on the side. They're about to be under a whole lot of pressure.
Beautiful synchronicity of the flame and a missed shot from broky.
He's been missing a lot of the first out the gate. He can recover, sure, but... Oh my
dear.
God!
Oh, Twist is mad as hell. Twist is mad as hell. There's no way. Just gritting his teeth as he says 1B.
They're in so much trouble here.
No, no, you're not checking that.
There's no way. There's no way.
You are. You are. Dupree. Oh, now he's mad. Everyone's starting to clench their fists, but a 4-on-4, it's Carrigan that's equalized.
Oh, they want to pressure middle here. This smoke, this is a massive little play right now. Are they going to dare brave the push through this into Carrigan, the in-game leader on the other side?
What's he got for us? He's got frags. One more. Unloading his mag. Has to get away, trying to delay. A double's great.
Oh.
The P250 does not get anything more done, but Spinks has. There's only 2 who can save FaZe. It has to be broky and Robs to defend their honor, and they are running, scampering as fast as you can. You can see Robs with intent as he charges towards long, charges towards this fight that does not favor them. Bomb will go down, clock extended, and 2 frags away from Vitality taking their map pick. Another in this head-to-head on Anubis. Robson, broky on their way in. Safe angle, but spotted out. Good frag back. Robs delivers. Now equalizing into the 2-on-2, but Spinks on his dirty 40. Just has 2 more to add to his tally. And it's easy as that! Spinks is incredible! How does he do it? So consistent, a hero that Vitality need. And sitting next to ZywOo, that is a potent pairing.
This guy doesn't miss, and ascending right now could not be a better time. They brought him into the team to be a star player, and right now he showed FaZe exactly that. Same map, different tournament.